My body ached in ways I couldn't describe and in places I couldn't name. My skin was sticky with perspiration and my muscles were trembling from hours in labor. I'm a mother now, I thought, though my heart still hot as I lay in the hospital bed, gazing at what could possibly be my greatest fulfillment as a woman. My heart filled with joy and pride as I watched them, my beautiful babies, 2 boys swaddled beside me, my newborn twins. But the feeling was almost completely eclipsed by a warning sense of unease, one I had become all too acquainted with over the years, despite the air conditioning. That unease came from knowing that the one person who should have been by my side was nowhere to be found. While nurses moved in and out and congratulatory smiles floated around the room, my phone remained silent. No missed calls, no messages, just silence. And in that silence, I felt the truth settling heavily in my chest. I had entered motherhood alone, even though I was still legally married. I told myself not to cry. I told myself that strong women do not break in hospital beds, but strength has nothing to do with the ache that comes when you realize that love has quietly packed its bags and left without saying goodbye. In the days that followed, visitors came with gifts and prayers, but he never did. Instead, I received a message that felt colder than the hospital walls, telling me he needed space, that he felt overwhelmed, that everything had changed, as if the arrival of our children was an inconvenience rather than a blessing. I remembered all the nights during my pregnancy when I cried myself to sleep, wondering when affection turned into irritation, when laughter turned into complaints, and when partnership turned into endurance. I had blamed the hormones, I had blamed myself, but now, lying awake at night with 2 tiny hearts depending on me, I understood that abandonment does not always come with slammed doors. Sometimes it comes quietly, in delayed visits and unanswered calls. When I was finally discharged, I did not go back to what used to be our home. I went to my sister's house carrying not only 2 babies, but the weight of a marriage that had already ended in spirit. Weeks later, the papers arrived. No apology, no long explanations, just signatures and silence. And just like that, I became a single mother by design, not by choice. People often say heartbreak comes with tears and shouting. Mine came with exhaustion, with midnight feedings, with learning how to be 2 parents at once, with watching my sons smile for the first time and realizing their father had missed it. And somehow, between diapers and sleepless nights, I began to heal. Not because the pain disappeared, but because love grew bigger than it. Months passed and life found a rhythm, a difficult rhythm but a stable one. Then one afternoon, while pushing the stroller through a crowded supermarket, I felt a familiar presence before I even looked up. Regret has a way of announcing itself without words. I did not need to ask why he was there or what he wanted. His eyes said it all. The same man who once wanted space now stood too close, staring at the family he had walked away from. Later, I heard that the freedom he chased had turned into loneliness, that the excitement he thought he wanted had quickly faded into empty rooms and long nights. That reality had finally introduced itself when there was no one left to blame. But what he did not know was that while he was discovering regret, I was discovering strength. While he was counting what he lost, I was building a life where love showed up daily, even if it was just me doing the showing. And just when he began to think about returning, just when he started believing that apologies could rewind time, something unexpected happened. Something that would change the direction of all our lives. Because sometimes, when people leave too easily, they return too late. And what happened next was the part of the story no one saw coming.